rock that beat.
So admittedly, for the past week or so, I've been a little distracted with a couple things. My Boruto review came out really late. I also did another video specifically about Borderlands 3 and everything, and that's actually the reason why I've been really distracted for the past week or so, because I've just been playing that. I've been really distracted. I've been playing that game nonstop, hours upon hours on end. It's super addicting, and I woke up a couple hours ago and I haven't really done anything besides kind of just be on my phone, be on Twitter for a little bit. Saw some really stupid stuff, to be completely honest. But now I just finished watching the latest episode for Demon Slayer because, well, the next episode comes out tomorrow. So I figured I might as well try to get this video out as soon as possible before I watch the next episode tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much just what this video is about. I just watched the newest episode for Demon Slayer, and ultimately I ended up really enjoying it for a lot of different reasons. But ultimately the episode was pretty much more slower-esque pace, and I say slower, even though there's a lot of energy from a lot of the characters being, accentuated from, everybody. It's more slower pace because, of course, the characters that we know of, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Tanjiro are still recovering from their injuries from when they were fighting, the demons on that one mountain. And so they're still recovering, but they're doing rehabilitation training. And the type of rehabilitation training they're doing, I'm sorry for laughing, but that they're doing for Tanjiro and Inosuke, it's like, apparently for them it's like super difficult and they're having an extremely rough time and everything. But Zenitsu, people could say that he's kind of, I don't know, the pervert of the episode, like, sort of, because he's like super into women and everything. And that's the reason why it was a lot more easier for him throughout the entire time when they were doing rehabilitation training, was because when he found out that they were being like stretched out by girls, and they were doing like, there's this exercise that they were doing where basically, like, you're in front of a person and there are a whole bunch of cups filled with like water or whatever it is, inside of them. And the goal is that you're supposed to grab one of them and then throw it to the face of your opponent. You're able to use your other hand to stop their movements, but you have to be the first one to, grab the cup and then throw it at the other person. Zenitsu is like, oh, but you get to touch their hand and you get to touch their whole bodies, because then the next thing that they're doing is basically tag, and you get to, touch their whole bodies. And Zenitsu's kind of just going on a rampage, being kind of like the pervert of the episode, the pervert of the series. He's like super into women, of course, but he's ultimately a, big coward. I don't know. It was surprising because even though we already saw that he was like into girls and everything, kind of like to the extreme before, this was like the most extreme that it got. And it was surprising and unexpected, to be honest, and I don't know, I was very surprised. Like, I couldn't believe what he was doing within the episode. It was still funny, not gonna lie. It was still pretty funny. That's why I was laughing when I was trying to get to the point. But the rest of the episode basically just continues on, and Tanjiro, and everyone else is doing more training, more rehabilitation training. And ultimately they have to go against this other girl. I kind of forgot her name, and I don't really want to say it because I might pronounce it wrong. I'm going to be really upset if I pronounce it wrong, because I know people might say something about it. But they can't beat her. They can't get to her at all on any of the rehabilitation training that they're doing. But Tanjiro's the only one who hasn't given up yet. Zenitsu and Inosuke are still, they're kind of moping about, kind of giving up on it. They don't want to try anymore because they just think that they can't do it. Tanjiro's doing more training, and then ultimately they're told by, a couple of the other girls that were a part of that training as well, that the reason why, or a tip, they give him a tip, and basically what she's been doing that entire time was she was using the total concentration breathing technique the whole time. And not in just like the training itself, but on a consistent basis. Like she's been doing it for the entirety of since she's been a part of the Demon Slayer Corps. Morning, day, night, even while she's sleeping, no matter what, she's just kept this total concentration breathing technique going throughout the entirety as she's been a part of the Demon Slayers, and now Tanjiro's trying to basically do the same thing. He's going through rigorous training to, get better at keeping that going, and hopefully it's gonna make him better, make him a better, Demon Slayer. So yeah, it's basically just what he's been doing that entire time for the rest of the episode. And by the end of the episode, it starts getting, a lot more slower pace. And that's because we end up learning more about one of the other Hashira. And the Hashira are some of the strongest Demon Slayers in the Demon Slayer Corps. And again, I'm not going to try to pronounce the name because I feel like I'm going to butcher it. But Shinobu, I think that's a part of her name as well. But she ends up finding Tanjiro, and Tanjiro's doing meditation while trying to keep the breathing technique going. And you end up learning more about her and her reasoning of why she was a part of the Demon Slayer Corps, or actually she may have been a part of the Corps beforehand, but now there's more mystery about her, and more of a reason why she's still around, and what she's been doing, how she's been feeling. Because even though you can see her have a smile on her face, and she seems to be in more of a upbeat and happy mood, she's really not, and she's actually more angry than she is any other mood. And the reason why she's angry is she can't feel sympathy for the demons, because long before Tanjiro was a part of the Demon Slayers, her sister was actually attacked and killed by a demon, and ever since then she's been very angry. But her sister, like Tanjiro, was able to feel sympathy for the demons, and ultimately Shinobu's been wanting to keep that dream going, but she just couldn't do it. She couldn't feel remorse or sympathy for the demons, especially because demons had killed your sister, and she couldn't do that for any other demon. But now she's wanting to pass on that dream to Tanjiro because of Nezuko, because the Hashira and the whole master of the Demon Slayers, they saw Nezuko and how she has never devoured a human ever. And so now she's hoping that one day that maybe they'll be able to live a life where people can be friendly and friends, or just acquaintances and allies to the demons. But so far she just can't, because of the fact that demons killed her sister, and she's angry. She's angry because of that. And every single time she hears the screams and the cries of people who have lost family members or friends because of demons, she actually gets even angrier, and she becomes more vicious that way. And it's kind of scary. She's kind of scary because of that, because you never really know if she's feeling any other kind of emotion besides anger. So yeah, I just thought it was interesting to hear more about her character, and learn more about her, because of course she still is a mystery. So, all these Hashira, we don't really know anything about them besides of their core character traits that we've seen from them, of course. But now we got to learn more from her, and it was very interesting. It was very interesting just to get to see that, and I really enjoyed it. And ultimately, I thought the whole episode was really enjoyable from beginning to end. And I'm wondering when we're going to get more of Tanjiro fighting more demons. And I feel like it's going to happen sooner rather than later, but we'll see. And that's pretty much the entirety of the episode. Of course, the animation for the episode was still great. Backgrounds look amazing. The performances from the actors doing the characters was phenomenal. And the comedy of the episode, especially from the beginning with Zenitsu, was very funny. Very, very, very funny. I couldn't believe what was going on. It made me laugh really hard, to be completely honest. Even though I'm recording really early in the morning, people are still sleeping. So, yeah, that was the episode. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. And it makes me more excited for what we're going to maybe get in the next episode tomorrow. So, we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. If you did enjoy for whatever reason, be sure to leave a like. If you are new, subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know what video I'm going to be making as next, but hopefully it'll be something soon. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.